Yeah. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Yo, who's here right now? Who got that noti? Who got that noti? How are we? How are we? Who got the noti? I see Kubrizi. I see Jack. Hello, Slimed with the 3 months. Hello, Slimed. What's up, baby? What's up, B-Mole? What's up, Zaxis, Varigna, Biva, Jordo, Nick. Deppard, Hawks. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Oh, yeah. How are we, guys? How has the day been? Dude, look at us. 2 straight afternoon streams. 2 straight afternoon streams. Kind of crazy. What's good? What's good? What's good? Neither of my chats are working at the same time, and I don't know which one's right and which one's wrong. Jack the 7 stream streak. W playlist. Thanks, cuh. Thanks, cuh. Chat, no beanie. You know what that means? I shaved my fucking head yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean at like 4 a.m. Yeah, that's where the sleep schedule's at right now. I'm not gonna lie. But I have to be up early tomorrow because I got to have a water meter guy come out and adjust my inside water meter, or they're going to shut off my water. So that's fun. It's a lot of fun. Jack with the gifted. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Carpet matches the drapes. Hey, man, what you don't know hurts you. Fresh ball on the pillow got to hit crazy. It just feels good, but it's not like a smooth bald. You know what I mean? It's not a smooth bald, but I definitely feel better. You know what I mean? How's the DD feature premiere different from the trailer yesterday? Because they're going to have a whole hour to walk through things and explain things and show things. Hey, and usually they don't show everything in the trailer that they're going to show in the feature premiere. And they accidentally leaked too low yesterday. So now they're probably going to talk about it today. Yo, catfish with the 8 months. Hey, look, it's a Swan, the arch nemesis of a catfish. Is it? Do we have to be enemies now? I thought we were friends. Damn. That's tough. What time is the premiere? And then how are you? Hell yeah, Dash. Premiere is in 15 minutes. I'm doing good, man. How are you? What's your favorite MLB team? I am a Cubs fan. Chat, we will stay live after the feature premiere. The thing is, I don't know what we're going to play yet. Because it's either Marlins franchise or it's going to be something that dropped yesterday, but we're waiting for the servers to turn on to see if it is playable. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're going to find out, baby. Baseball. It's baseball. Don't worry. Don't worry. Was the Fuzzy the one that found it, G. Cole? Or did he just post about it? If you know, you know. I don't even know if you know. I actually have no clue if you know or not. I mean, the show is slowly bringing back my childhood, guys. Ubaldo, Tulo, Carp, of course, Albert. We're calling Carp a childhood guy? We're calling Carp a childhood guy now? Oh, no. He literally had a free agent card in MLB The Show 25. He's a childhood guy now? Fuck, man. Fuck, man. That's rough looks for me. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, chat. I finally cleaned off the tables in my garage, put them in that back room, and we have made the card shop office. I'm very excited. Managed to get some listings going up for tomorrow or tonight. I got the iPad set up in there. We're feeling good, brother. Feeling good, which means I can get all this shit out of here so that I can put the bed over here for the marathon. I just want a fun joke. It was a very fun joke. Wait, the leak Tulo? Tulo was leaked. I suppose I can show you guys. all over on Twitter, so nothing hurting me there. Too low. I think this Brian Dillon guy is actually the one that may have found it. So it was in this screenshot of Albert Pujols hitting, and then they zoomed in on the scoreboard, and you see this. And when you actually put it in 4K, you'll know that this isn't 13 Ramirez. So that's not Hanley. That's the number 11 Ramirez, which is J-Ram. But Tulowitzki's up here at shortstop. Leaked. I think it was actually Ants that tweeted the 4K version. I said too low yesterday. Yeah, but you didn't actually have that info because you said that before that guy said anything. You at that's a crazy coincidence, Gassed Out. Crazy coincidence. That I got to give you props. I mean, you called it. Crazy coincidence, though. Heard about it from Nutsy Poo. But dude, he tweeted that after you said that, brother. I remember because I looked. Unless he did like a new tweet and I saw a different one. And if so, my bad, brother. Because goddamn. This is the 4K from the 4K though on the YouTube. And that's how you can see number 11 Ramirez. So not Hanley like some people were saying. But Tulo is there. I got to go play Lotto. Okay, so that was actually just kind of like a, okay, yeah. Okay, crazy coincidence. Go buy a Powerball ticket now. Now. And then come back. Like, this is an excused absence to go get a Powerball ticket. Otherwise, I mean, you have to be here. What's up, Dime? Who would even think Hanley was going to be in the game? I thought that you sure did. But, you know, Scan and Ants made a good point. Maybe watch it on YouTube with the 4K version, then you can see. But Twitter, dude, am I right? Shubity! Appreciate the 7-month private. What's up, Shuby? Just need Cargo and all my favorite players in the game. I mean, Beava hit me with the fact that Matt Carpenter is a childhood player. So I was like, oh, okay. Got to drive home. Oh, yeah, fine. I'll allow it, I suppose. NFL's going crazy so far this offseason. Dude, shout out Ryan Poles, man. Good trade, and he allowed DJ Moore to go to a contender. Shout out, brother. He did good. Fuck Drew Dahlman. We cannot say that. No way. It is crazy to say fuck Drew Dahlman. Dude, you never know what could be going on. I saw something about somebody that said they were on the offensive line one year, and all of a sudden, you know, he was having like these crazy things, like he couldn't feel his arms and all that. And he went to a doctor, and the doctor told him 2 more hits to the head, and you would have been paralyzed. We don't know what's going on with Drew Dahlman. 3-year contract means nothing. I mean, Frank Ragnow just did it with the Lions. Also, if Drew Dahlman were to say wants to come out of retirement, the Bears would have him. I don't know. You never know what's going on with somebody. You can't just say fuck them when they're playing one of the craziest head injury positions out there. You just can't do that. You say 3-year contract means nothing, but he's also the one leaving money on the table. The Bears all of a sudden have cap space, which the Bears were saying that we need to create cap space. Yeah, what if they get in on Tyler Linderbaum, which would be an upgrade? Now we have the cap space to trade for Max Crosby. Like, we can't just say fuck him. That's fair, Sean, but we're going to get what we're going to get at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yelling at the rafters to fix something, if you're doing that, it's got to be for 27, because 26 is made. It's ready to go, unfortunately. Dude, I'm you know I'm a big ass Bears fan. You know what I mean? So yeah, am I sad that Drew Tallman retired? Was I caught off guard? Absolutely, but I mean, they're fucking humans too, you know? Made a decision. It's going to affect him and his family as well as the Bears. What up, dog? What up, hero? DJ Moore got traded. What are the Bears doing? A plus roster construction work. If you guys think trading DJ Moore was a bad idea or something, you really got to get your ball knowledge up when it comes to football and cap and all that stuff. Y'all got to do a little bit of research, do a little bit of reading, and then you'll understand. Are the Bears going to outbid the Chargers and Giants for him, though? The Giants aren't going to go for Crosby. They have too many edge rushers. Or are you saying Linderbaum? They might. Also, Linderbaum might take a little less to go to the Bears over the Giants, at least. Maybe not the Chargers. Also, aren't the Chargers O-line when healthy is one of the best in the league? Do they need center? A second for creating that much space is awesome. That's what I'm saying, brother. No, it's not. Oh, my. The Chargers O-line when healthy is not good. Okay. I don't like this conversation. You should, though, because you're going to get assets to make your team fucking better, Doug. I don't know how many times. You know what? There's no point in having a conversation with Doug about sports because he'll eventually be like, okay, and then he'll completely forget that in a week. And then you have to have the same conversation with him over and over again. It was painful to watch because none of them were healthy. They were on their third stringers. The Chargers were on their third string O-line. Thoughts on the DJ Moore trade? That is what we were just talking about. I understand that, Doug. He does not want to be there, and the Raiders are frustrated too. I don't know if you realize how much of a rift there is in that locker room right now. And if you do, then what the fuck are you talking about? He's throwing at my guy! Sammy! The 1 year. What's up, dude? What's up, man? Thank you. 1 year primer. Oh, man. I'll not be happy if polls cost up the 2 first asking price. I wouldn't hate it. I'm just saying. This Bears team is ready to compete now with a good edge rusher. We competed this year without any pass rush. We're about to get one of the better ones in the league potentially. We also have all of these young players, Caleb, and then the recent draft with Luther, Colston, Trapillo, Monungai. All of them are going to have to get paid at some point. It's not the worst thing in the world to skip a first or two. So, and then not have to pay those guys right after. You know what I mean? You're pushing off decisions at that point. It's not the worst thing in the world. What Dime said. Loki gave you a rehearsal for the segment 2 hours ago. No, it's more me being even more frustrated about the lack of people that understand what's happening. And then also having to have the same conversation about the Raiders every week. They're shopping him, Doug. Just understand that. They are shopping him. And he wants to be shopped. He could shut this down in a heartbeat, but he's not, which means he wants to be shopped. Also, the stream's about to turn on. I am frustration. Hoping the Jags make a splash in free agency. Do you have cap? And what kind of splash are you hoping they make? It's Lucky Boy in the YouTube chat says, Doug, block out the haters, or Doug, block out the supporters and listen to the hate. That's crazy. By the way, no chat on the screen. The thing I use for chat, their website's down, which means their app isn't working on my computer, which means nothing's showing up. So hopefully that gets fixed. Also, let me make sure my I'm automatically getting my drops. If you guys don't have BTTV, it can automatically claim drops for you. And if you do, make sure you have that set up. Yeah, Crosby changes the entire Bears team. I don't want Cam Jordan to leave the Saints. It seems like he's going to. No, I didn't see that the servers are still down. Well, we may not be playing that today, though, no? What are the drops for this? Paxton 26. What the fuck is this? I don't know why. Some days music like this hits. I really don't know why. We have such an amazing opportunity to build around Crosby this offseason. See, the way I see it is the Raiders need a lot of help. That's going to take 2 to 3 years just to build the team. And at that point, Crosby's getting near the end of his prime, if not already leaving it. You know what I'm saying? I think this would be you guys selling at peak value and better for the organization as a whole. I understand you love them. I understand that, but what are they doing? Well, then don't watch it, Omar. It's not that big of a deal. I don't care. I don't care whether you're watching or not. All right, volume check, volume check. Give me your volume check. Bears got Crosby. No, we're just talking. Yush Muck, appreciate the brand new primer. Welcome on in. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Carson. Ashley, how are y'all doing?
We're doing fantastically.
Who is this?
I know ever since the gameplay trailer released in the earlies of February,
Slight
our
loud.
fans have been wondering.
The beginning was, I understand, but like right now, talking wise, volume check on every platform. I would love to see an answer.
Diamond Dynasty in MLB The Show 26, and it's happening in mini seasons, Kayla.
It is. Our fans really loved the World Baseball Classic in 23, so we had to bring it back for 26.
Could be louder.
And in mini seasons is where you're going to get the most out of the World Baseball Classic tournament, including pool play. And of course, you get to the quarterfinals, and then hopefully your team is good enough and you actually get to the championship game.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned that, Kayla. It's going to look a little different than when it was in 23. Of course, it's going to be within mini seasons. It's going to be the WBC tournament as you know it, starting with pool play, going into the bracket. However, you're going to have to use your DD team to replace one of the 20 countries, correct?
That is correct. So depending on how you want to play it, like we all know, like Japan's a juggernaut. We know that, USA That we all remember that epic game from, back in 23. So basically, if you don't want to go against Japan as an example, you can take your DD team and substitute them in for Team Japan. Or if you want to substitute them for Team USA or Team Canada, wherever you want, that's the one team
We can
that will
choose
not
who to
be
sub them in
the
for.
tournament that you play that time. But don't worry.
All right,
if
chat, who do you
wanna
hate
have
most?
Go at it a different time, a different run on your mini season. You can always change which team you substitute the next time you play mini seasons.
Right, I'm hearing there's a little bit of strategy. You can either take out one of those juggernauts, replace it with your DD team, possibly having an easier time. We'll see how that goes. Or you can take out a team who you think you're better than, your DD squad is better than, to then have the most competitive play.
Exactly. So if you're like me and you love Team Korea and you want to have all those kind of players on your DD squad, but you want to go up against Japan and refuel that rivalry, please have at it. Or if you're like a huge USA fan and you want to like create your own USA v Dominican Republic, you can do that as well. Just make sure you add those specific USA players like Aaron Judge to your team so that you can take your DD squad and tackle all the rest of the countries.
I'm glad you mentioned players.
What if I want to spear
to
them?
Talk briefly on the pool play.
Specifically
Can you
spear, not
speak
just
to
tackle.
What the rosters of the 20 teams are
Like
going
Braun
to look
Breaker
like?
spearing Penta out of the air.
Yes, the 20 teams will be packed. This is going to be the first time that we have this many World Baseball Classic players in the game. We have over 133 player items just for World
Like Edge?
Baseball
No.
Classic. So, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter
Braun
if you're
Breaker.
like Team Canada or Team Dominican Republic, Team Nicaragua, like whoever
Way
you're
better.
going to play as or play
Edge
against, I
is a
should say,
legend.
you can get
Was
those players
the
from
best spear
from,
ever.
Like the different countries, put them on your team.
It's Braun
and then
now.
go, hopefully win the championship game.
Over 133 player items, all
But
tied
Metalingus
to
is way better? Oh, of
WBC,
course.
And it doesn't stop there, Kayla. We also have 2 new stadiums.
That is Braun
four
Breaker,
total
Doug.
with WBC-like themes. Let's show the
He has
fans
nastier
what the
spears
two
than the one
new
on speed, though.
stadiums are.
Roman Spear is way
Yes,
better than
they are the
Braun's? No.
Tokyo Dome and also the Harem
It's
Bithorn
good.
Stadium.
It ain't the
We
same.
also will still have, some of your fan favorites like Lone Depot. That'll still be in the game. But definitely check out our brand new stadiums.
Can we use
I've
WBC
personally been to
outside of
Tokyo
Diamond
Dome.
Dynasty?
It's
No,
an
I don't
amazing
believe so.
Stadium. You got to check it out. You got to play in that stadium.
Kayla, you mentioned 2 new stadiums with WBC play in MLB The Show 26.
I feel like this
In
can
case
go
our
louder
fans
right
missed
now.
it, we actually sat down with Drew from the presentation team a couple of weeks ago. That episode
Is
is
this good?
available on YouTube right now. You also touched on a record-breaking over 130 WBC cards in Diamond Dynasty. We'll talk even more about those cards in our live content feature premieres next week. However, staying on
Ooh, when the
topic of
marathon
mini-seasons,
stream is gonna be
WBC
starting.
Isn't where it ends.
A
in
week
terms of
from right
updates.
now.
What kind of quality of life updates can our fans expect with mini seasons?
You can now play 9-inning games. Yes, you heard that correctly. 9-inning games. You'll still be able to play 3-inning games. We know lots of our fans really love those, but now you can choose between 3 innings or 9-inning games. And one more thing. For the first time ever, you'll be able to play 7-game mini seasons. You heard that correct. 7-game mini seasons. And
We've had
we're
to
not
at
taking
some
28
point.
games
It was
away.
coming.
But now we're giving our players the chance to choose between 7 games or 28 games. Also the chance to choose between 3 innings and 9 innings. You, the players, will be able to choose whatever you want to play. 3, 9, 7, 28. Have at it.
So
Did you hear that
lots of
correctly?
changes
No, I
coming.
didn't.
Good
Wait,
quality of
I missed
life
it.
updates. We're gonna be able to have.
I
fans
had
choose their
to
inning
take
length,
care of
choose
something.
their season length, but there will be the occasional developer-locked mini season where we want you to do a specific set of parameters. It's all really exciting stuff.
Before we start talking
7-game minis. Yeah, we saw that yesterday.
2.0 with Rory, anything else you would like our fans to know, whether it's World Baseball Classic or mini seasons, Kayla?
Just take your Diamond Dynasty team, go into the World Baseball Classic tournament, and, hopefully you can lift that trophy.
Thank you so much
You just
for
said, "Did you
joining
hear
us,
that
Kayla."
correctly?
Now it's
Wait,
time to talk about EXP 2.0
I thought you were saying
with
that
our
to
own
me.
Rory. All right, we are here with senior live designer Rory. How are you doing today?
Rory
I'm
does
doing
not look
very
like a
well.
senior,
It's good
sir.
to be back on camera. Been a while. How are you?
Chat,
good. It's
do you
good to
think
have you.
Rory is younger
Thank you.
or older than
Thank
me?
you. Ashley, how are you?
Doing well. How long have you not been with the studio?
Since the summer of 2018. So this is about 8 years now.
Wow. And you
Yeah.
guys all know him from
Moves
the
to
streams,
calm
a lot of
32.
content shows we've had over the years.
Way
Now
older?
you're
Oh,
dipping
hell
your
yeah.
toes
I'm
into
young.
Diamond Dynasty
Because I shaved my head
It all
cleanly again.
starts with PXP 2.0.
Yeah. This is it's been my baby
Surely.
project this year, PXP 2.0. Kyle Blake did the first iteration of Parallels that we put back in
Back in
21.
21, yeah.
Yeah. And it was loved, great feature, and this time around we wanted to build on that and really, build on that experience.
Would remind our
37
fans,
and 14
what
days.
does PXP Parallel XP
Hell yeah.
mean?
Yeah, so Parallel XP, as you're playing with any card throughout Diamond Dynasty, whether it's play versus CPU, mini seasons, ranked, using your cards, you're going to be earning Parallel XP on all of those cards. And it's individual to that card. And as you use them more, you'll be leveling them up to Parallel Level 1, Parallel Level 2, so on up to Parallel
I don't know. The
Level
beard
5
makes him
or
look young.
P5, as we've called it before.
Right.
And as you hit each next parallel level, the system people have known in the past is you
know what,
get
Dime? You did
parallel
this.
1, you get +1s across the board.
You
to
did
all
this.
Attribute, parallel level 2, +2s, and so on. But we might be shaking up the game this year.
It's Dime's
Yeah,
fault.
Before we dive too much into what the shakeup is, let's just talk through what the multipliers mean, right? Like we talk about online versus offline parallel XP progress, and then it's even going into the difficulty level now too, right?
Yeah, that's a great question. So this year for 26, there's going to be some big boosts to multipliers. So whether you're playing offline or online, the difficulty is going to matter. So you play on, say, all-star difficulty, you're going to be earning it at roughly 80% faster rate than what you would just playing on rookie.
Damn it, I'm
Now,
not paying
when
attention.
you play online, then it adds an additional 50% multiplier. So
Oh, they're talking about
if you
PXP. We
play
know all this already.
all-star ranked, you're earning it at almost like 3 times the rate of what you would just playing rookie versus
Doug,
CPU.
send me a picture of
So
your head
big
and I'll tell you
incentive
if
to
you're
play
just
online,
being
big
dramatic or
incentive to
not.
challenge yourself.
I'll be
wherever
honest.
you're playing in Diamond
Because I am
Dynasty.
I am
this is
all for people
incredible. It
shaving their
gives
heads
an
at this
extra
point.
layer, an extra incentive of if you are challenging yourself, you've made it to the higher ranks, or you're just playing online all-star, you will be progressing, gaining parallel XP much faster than somebody who's just, going after it rookie play versus CPU.
There's not even music playing. Why am I
100%.
bobbing my head?
There's been lots of play testing going on, and everyone said the same thing of like play versus CPU to just beat up on any CPU team is not the way on rookie. Like, I'd rather just spend my time playing ranked, playing events, playing, BR anywhere online, really. And that's one of, the big motivators that we want people to have is you can play anywhere and feel
Did I
like
just
it's
randomly
worth
hear the
time to
music
play
that I
there.
was hearing in my head?
That's a really good call out. And don't worry, fans. Everyone knows I'm kind of your average player. I'm still playing this internally, and I'm racking up that PXP even faster than in 25, which is really nice.
Yeah, we had a lot of double PXP weekends in 25. There have been also additional boosts to just some of the stat value PXP values that you'll get on position players in particular. So hitting stats have been boosted. And right now, I'd say you basically are progressing at the same rate with position players as you do with pitchers, which is first time really ever that we've seen in Diamond Dynasty.
That's incredible. I remember last
So I
year
don't
we
have to play the
raised,
Rockies
the value per
on
plate
rookie?
appearance. So additionally, with all the mods that we're about to get into, with these PXP rates, something our fans have been wanting forever
What a pick by the
is
third
to
baseman,
have
damn.
position players at least go in tandem with pitchers. With
Hitters
how
up to pitcher's
quickly you're
pace,
earning
yeah.
PXP.
Yeah,
Something
there
about
are
this
gonna
game
be
looks
some
different.
games, like say you have just a great game with
I think
a
it's
hitter,
just the
you
field
will
you're
earn
at
more
making it look
PXP
brighter.
with the hitter than with a pitcher if he has, say, just an average, below average kind of start, which has never
been able to say, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. The race for parallel level 5s has never been more intense, I'd say.
Wow, you heard it here first from Rory, our designer for PXP 2.0. The fans have been patient, though, and we need to start talking about what the actual feature is going to entail. It's going to be full of mods, and you can kind of just make these players alter their attributes to what you want. So, Rory, tell me,
All right.
what are these parallel
Lock
mods?
in.
So parallel mods, you're able to take those flat +1s for parallel level 1, +2, +3, so on as you go up, and actually change up the boost to attributes to the archetype that you want for a specific card. So for example, say you have a great hitter with no speed, you can put on a speed mod on that card. So he'll gain more stats to his speed, but at the cost of, say, contact and power. So you could get, +5 speed on the guy, and you would get +0s to contact and power. And they can be leveled up to gold tier and diamond tier. As you go up higher, obviously, the boost gets stronger, and you're allowed to kind of mix and match on any player. So you can boost the strengths of a guy to be even stronger or go after the weaknesses. It all just depends on what you want.
If we can rewind for a second, this is incredibly exciting. You mentioned there's these silver tier mods, these gold tier or diamond tier mods as well. How many total mods, and then what are the different categories differentiating them?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I started
So
using
for
mine last
position
night too,
players,
Dime.
There are
I just need a
4
card
silver
stand now,
mods.
which I
They're
ordered.
Contact, speed, fielding, and power. And then you can go up into the gold tier where there's 16 mods. And it kind of gets more granular of you'll have like a contact focus with power secondary focus, and kind of goes into that way of contact speed, contact fielding, or just pure contact. It's really up to you. And the same thing for diamond. There's 16 mods on the position player side.
Hold on.
And then when we look at pitchers, there are 3 silver mods, which it's more focused towards hit per 9, K per 9, and control.
Okay.
And then at the gold
with
tier,
you guys
there's
seeing
9
me play
mods
other
where,
games,
similar
those of you
to
that
the
have,
hitting mods,
you know how
is,
much I
you
min-max.
have one focus with a secondary focus. And then same thing at
I'm going to
diamond level,
spend too
there's
much
9
time
mods there.
min-maxing.
So
You guys are going to hate
total,
me.
There are 57 mods that you can mix and match all throughout DD with any of your cards. And it will just depend what you want on the card. So lots of customization out there.
So the options are, there's so many to go through, so many choices for each player to decide. But it's not just Parallel XP that's going to tie these mods,
Oh,
right?
boy.
There's going to be missions within each mod to unlock.
You're going to start buying card
Exactly,
packs and
yeah.
opening
When
them?
you get to
I don't have the
parallel
money for that,
level 1,
brother.
You'll unlock all of the silver mods. And then once you
Chat,
get to
we are
parallel
just
level 3,
scratching and clawing
then
and pay
gold
the
mods
mortgage
can
at this
start
point.
getting unlocked, but there will be additional mission criteria that kind of goes into the archetype of the mod. So
Full
let's say it's
transparency.
gold contact. You're going to have to get a certain number of hits, or if it's gold power, you got to hit, let's say, 5 home runs along with getting
I
to
love how
parallel
there's
level 3.
qualifying missions
So
you have
once
to hit
you've
to
reached
unlock
parallel
these.
level 3, done
with
all of the
each
missions
specific
that are
card.
attached to each mod, then you'll unlock it.
I like that a
and
lot.
Then it's similar for
It's like
diamond
extra
tier.
goals
Once
that you
get
can
to
focus on
parallel
hitting,
Level 5,
you know?
you can start unlocking diamond mods, but you have to also do those stat boost or stat requirement missions.
Something I've enjoyed as I've been playtesting and experiencing this is the parallel XP thresholds as well as the mission values. They kind of work in
One mod for each
tandem,
section, like
where the
contact, power,
mission
and
that's
field.
correlated to
Oh, I
that
thought it was that
gold
you had to
parallel
pick
3
2
mod,
or something
you
like that out of
almost are
all
always
of
going
them
to get
available.
that done along your parallel journey, and if you haven't,
Yeah,
you
it's based
probably
on
just have a
PXP and, like, what
handful of
parallel
stats
you
left
hit
to
and stuff.
complete.
Yeah, that's kind of the hope with how it'll be. As you are progressing, you're playing, getting to parallel level 3, doing all of the things you'll do, whether, it's getting hits with players, hitting home runs. It should progress you around a similar rate to when you'd actually get
Does anyone
to that
know,
point.
like, if you have a
And,
limit or if it's like one
yeah,
of each
yes.
category or what?
Now I'm putting on my fan hat, and I know a lot of people are probably wondering, is it kind of a one and done when I pick a mod for a player? Or can you switch it out as you see fit?
You're
as
gonna be
long
able
as
to
they're
switch it.
unlocked?
That's a good question. So you can actually change your mod equipped on a guy limitless. If you go into one game with a contact mod on, you can go into the next game with a power mod on. You can be looking through all the mods.
As it
and
should
when
be.
we get to the live portion, I'm sure we'll be doing it, where you can just be selecting, unselecting, all different kinds of mods. Yeah.
I love it.
And you can just kind of see what all the boosts are doing, whether, it's boosting contact, power,
The audio is
speed,
off for a second.
whatever.
It was, and then
So
they fixed
you're
it.
not
It was
locked
weird.
into any decision. You just have to have the mod equipped or unlocked in order to equip it.
That kind of leads me to my next question.
Did they say a limit of how many mods you can
Are there
use?
any limitations to mods in terms of which players have mods, or can every player have all 57 total mods between hitters and pitchers combined?
Yeah, so if you're a primary position player, you only play in, a primary position in the field, shortstop, for example. You will only then unlock hitting or fielding, any position player focused mods. Similarly, pitchers will only unlock the pitcher mods. But if you have two-way players, like Shohei Ohtani, you can unlock both hitting and pitching mods. And what's really cool, is that while you're using Shohei, you can be basically getting him to P5 at a super fast rate if you have him starting pitching and hitting in the same game.
Oh, boy.
Now, the one caveat with him is you can only have one of the mods equipped on him. So you can't have a pitching mod and a hitting mod. You have to choose whether
It is only one. You can only pick one out of all these
That'll
options.
be really important for anyone that's using
W.
a two-way
Actually good.
player. You can select a pitching mod when you know he's going to pitch. You can switch it out with a hitting mod when and there'll be no penalty if you know he's going to hit. So it's going to be really important for players to tinker and make those decisions.
They have a
Yeah,
cap
it's
on
up
how
to
many
you.
stubs
You can
each
mix,
rating can be. I
match,
believe
do however you
92
want. I
is
love
like
what you
500K
said.
or something like
when
that.
I have Shohei pitching, I'll keep a pitching mod on him. But then when he's not going to pitch my next game, put a hitting mod on him and now really boost him up there.
And then to kind of put a bow on this conversation, we'll be able to see it soon with the game pulled up in just a matter of moments. If I don't select a mod, maybe I'm late to a party, I'm finishing a program, I have 10 different cards I've unlocked, for example, will I get a baseline like +1, +2s? What's going on if I don't interact with the mod system?
That's a great question. Yeah, when you don't equip any mods, it will use that old system where parallel 1 +1s across the board, parallel 2 +2s, and so on. So that system still lives on.
Good.
And then you can have these mods here if you really want to mix and match, play the strengths, the weaknesses, all of that.
So the mods will be optional. Don't worry if you want to just boost every attribute by 1 or 2 or 3. You can do that as well.
Tuts, then don't get it.
And just another thing to note, there is new UI that
Pretty simple.
Make this
Makes your life even better.
easy to look at. We'll go through it in the live portion, which I'm excited to get into.
Right, there's going to be a whole new filtering system that our fans have been wanting ever since we introduced Parallels.
Yeah, you'll be able to manage through your whole inventory, see all the cards you have at parallel 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's, just dedicated screen for it, which is something people have wanted for a while. So you'll be able to also manage your mod equipping, unequipping in that area. You can also do that any place where you view the player card. You can update the mods, equip them, unequip them, just looking at the player card as well.
It's awesome. And then I know it wouldn't be a Diamond Dynasty feature premiere if we didn't sprinkle a little bit of live content into it. So I know some people saw in the fielding feedback that there is a new red diamond rarity tier between overalls of 95 and 99. They got to see a very special card show up that will be in live content. So let's show them what they can expect. Albert Pujols is here.
Albert Pujols!
That red diamond. I think it's time we show our fans the first attributes for a 99 in MLB The Show 26. Colin, let's hit it.
Why did he scream at me?
Bang. Get your screenshots ready.
Damn.
5 tools.
9 quirks.
I love it. Let's dive back to the main cam and welcome back everyone to the Diamond Dynasty feature premiere. I'm Carson. We are 1 week away from early access.
Oh, they're live now.
I'm excited.
That was like a good switch from video to live.
We're gonna have World Baseball Classic live content.
And now all of a sudden, Ashley's mic is the quietest one. What the fuck?
We also saw the red diamond rarity tier, as well as an insight to the new Parallel XP system.
Yeah, before we go live and talk more about all the mods and everything else in Diamond Dynasty, don't forget to watch the gameplay, Road to the Show, presentation, and franchise feature premieres
That's
on
what I
YouTube.
gotta do.
And then from here on out, you're going to have a first look with MLB The Show 26. We're going to be diving even deeper into those mods. We've been gathering all of your questions.
Oh, I know they're gonna laugh and
YouTube chat.
RIP headphone users, including mine.
As we can while going through all of the player screens.
Do not forget that Twitch drops are live. Colin's looking at something here. Twitch drops are live. Make sure your accounts are linked. And make sure you get those packs. MLB The Show 26. I think we'll have 3 up for grabs today.
And reminder, live content is next week, but we're talking modes and systems in Diamond Dynasty today.
Yes, so we are sitting here with Rory, senior live designer, and of course, Kevman is back. So let's get the
Jordan,
game going.
her mic literally was not on.
I'm doing well, thank you. It's good to be back. I'm ready to have some fun today.
There we go. So to tie a bow on the Red Diamond rarity before we move on a little bit to the WBC, before we kick it off to PXP 2.0, can you remind our fans, what does the Red Diamond mean for this year in the show 26?
It's a diamond,
so
but
red diamond, it's to distinguish the, lower overall diamond. So starting 85, and that is going to go up to 94 overall. That'll be just diamond, what people have come to know. Red diamond starts at 95 overall, kind of the threshold we felt like the diamonds take a step up. So they're going to be our red diamonds up until 99 overall.
Yeah, so it's a new rarity tier for our fans that were trying to speculate what it could be. We just want to celebrate those top tier players in MLB The Show, so this is how we're going to do it.
Yep, and it looks absolutely perfect on that Pujols card.
I love the color match. It's a great touch.
It does look good, yeah.
Shout out Art Live Team for just that Pujols card art. It's amazing.
For sure. Yeah, and don't forget, World Baseball Classic, you guys got to see some of it in the pre-record. We have so much more that we're excited for you guys to get your hands on. And we have all the live content we'll talk about next week, Ashley.
Right, yeah. So there's a lot going on. We want you to be able to experience playing through the mini-season firsthand when you get the game with early access next week. But we also know the World Baseball Classic just started last night for those of you who tuned in for the Team Australia versus Team Chinese Taipei's game. We did see that Team Australia took the first dub of the World Baseball Classic.
They did.
We will have a lot of WBC live content to discuss next week. But this would not be a Diamond Dynasty feature premiere if we didn't at least reveal some WBC live content. So Colin, let's hit them with the first ever WBC card of Mr. Travis Bazana.
Wow.
Bazana bomb!
Hype.
Yeah.
That home run he hit.
That card art is sick.
Crushed it.
Incredible.
I'm not like the art. I more mean like the picture.
Australia.
Whoever took that picture of Bazana
in WBC,
oh my
in
God,
MLB The Show 26.
And I can tell you,
I hope they got mucho money for that picture.
He is very good. I hope we see him in the major leagues at some point this season.
It feels good hearing you say he's very good again. Takes me back to some of the other live content shows we've done.
Is that the only descriptor I have? Oh, he's very good.
When you say he's very good, that means he's gonna play. So our fans are gonna be excited for sure.
Yeah, Kev, how are we feeling about Bazana?
Really excited now that he's saying
That picture,
Resident Guardians fan,
is so
he's excited.
dope.
We're all excited. I think it's time we dive in and start talking about Parallel XP 2.0.
2.0, yes. Kyle Blake implemented Parallels.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
XP
Lock in.
Back in 21,
Yep.
I believe it was. And this year we just want to build on that system, make it even more abundant, and allow for a lot of customization for users. So first screen that we see here, lots of updates to the stat criteria. So once you're playing with a card in most Diamond Dynasty modes, you're going to be earning Parallel XP for those player items. So every stat that you see here, you do that, you get 40 points for plate appearance, 10 for singles, and so on. I could keep going through all of them, but I'll let Chat do
85 Carlos Santana contributor series, catcher, secondary, first base. We're gonna have an 85 Carlos Santana as a catcher off rip.
Between the differences of how
Switch hitting
quickly
meta's
you're
back.
progressing, depending on what difficulty you're playing on, whether you have the online multiplier, if you're playing in a multiplayer mode. So can you kind of just summarize?
They always had those,
whether
Doug.
if it's online versus offline, higher difficulties,
They just never
how
talked
are
about
some
it.
rates maybe a little bit more faster than others, but overall you're still progressing quickly.
Yeah, so if you're playing offline, difficulty will be the influencer of your multiplier. So
Yeah, I'm not sure,
playing
Jordan.
on rookie, and that's just base values. What you
I think
play,
they upped
that's
the
what you get.
multipliers this
but
year,
as you go
but
up in difficulty, you take steps up. So you can see veteran 1.3 times what your base earn rate is. 1.8 for all-star, all the way up. If you play GOAT offline, you get 3.5 times. And let me tell you, you get a lot of PXP for that. And then if you
You're
play
playing
any
ranked
of
on
those
a Hall of
online
Fame,
modes,
you get
ranked
3.8.
events, BR, ranked co-op,
I don't think it
gets
adds
an
like that.
additional 1.5 time multiplier. So say you play ranked, you're a 500 rated player, you get that 1.8 times multiplier for all-star. And then in addition, you get a 1.5 time bonus for playing in an online mode.
Yeah, so that's important. There's a ton of multipliers here, like our offline.
So is
fans,
it
you're gonna get the
adding,
multipliers
or is
based
it
on
all
what you see
this
with your
times the
difficulty,
1.8 and then that times the
ranked
1.5?
and our other head-to-head modes, you're going to just get that extra 1.5 boost on top of the difficulty multiplier.
Yeah, and these multipliers, they make a big difference where
Adding
you
the
are
multipliers.
incentivized to
Okay.
play on
So
a
then,
higher
yes,
difficulty, challenge
Tisei, yeah.
yourself. No matter where you're playing, whether you choose offline or online, you want to play at the difficulty that kind of matches your skill level. You will then earn PXP probably at a faster rate than what you would if you were just playing on rookie, winning 20-0.
Yeah.
And I can confirm because I tested it myself. It was way faster playing, just on All-Star.
For sure, because those multipliers
W
will
tester.
help.
Yeah.
I've noticed the same thing playing internally.
Yeah, I was going to bring up as well, like, these multipliers aren't something that is new. They were introduced with the original PXP system in MLB The Show 21. What's new this year is how those multipliers are greater, especially when you increase difficulties. A lot of them were just bucketed in very similar categories, and then you're still going to get that extra multiplier if you choose to play online.
Exactly, yeah. They were in the game last year.
And
just
you can still
much
do that,
less
KP,
than
don't
what
worry.
They are now, and the main reason we just want to incentivize people to play, challenge themselves, go higher difficulties, try playing online, be able to parallel.
Well, Sawyer, if you don't want to watch it, I'll make a breakdown
feel
video
like it's
after
worth your
this and
time.
post it to the channel.
There we go. But this isn't all that's new with Parallels. We've been talking a lot about mods. Our fans got a first look at the mod system in the pre-record.
I got
Why
you,
don't
brother.
we just scan a little over here, Kev, and
There he
Rory,
is.
walk us through
Oh, it's an
the
83.
whole mod screen and what
It's an
it
83.
looks like. I think right now we don't
damn
have mods
83
currently equipped,
Santana off
so walk us
rip.
through how we could equip them.
That's got
Right.
It
So
can't be the guard
what you saw up above
collection.
was the
Gotta be
base
something else.
attributes. So what people have come to know, you still will get +1, +2, +3 to all attributes.
Guards
if you
TA,
parallel
maybe.
cards and don't have a mod equipped.
Maybe.
What the mods do is you apply them on, and it's basically taking those plus bonuses and distributing them to
Fully BR
the
demon.
archetype
Brother,
that you
people are
want
going to be
for the
using this card
So,
in ranked at catcher.
for example,
100%.
right here, we're on Contact Silver mod. And if you right stick over, so you'll see right now you've got potentially contact versus left going up to 110, contact
90
versus
power
right going
versus
up to
right?
52,
What?
But you're not getting any boost to power
yeah,
versus
this guy's
left or
insane.
power versus right. You get
The
some punch, you
Santana
get some
meta
vision.
is back. I don't care
So
if it's a
basically
gold or
you're just
not, it's
making
back.
trade-offs of, I'm not getting my +1 to power, I'm not getting fielding, but I'm getting an additional point to contact.
Right, and there's a reason
God
for that,
damn.
right? Like, you only need 500 PXP to be able to get the silver mod. So think about, like, when you just get to level 1 of your parallel XP, you have less points to play with than if you were in P3, P5, etc.
Exactly, yeah. And so if we go up to just the gold tier mods, so you can see you've got a contact primary focus, contact secondary focus. Now we have our 14. Oh, there we go. Back up to the just stay there for me, please. So we've got our 14 of 10 hits needed to unlock it, but we haven't gotten to 3,000 PXP. We're not parallel 3. So once we get to 3,000 PXP, get parallel 3, this gold mod will unlock. And as you can see, just going through these, even if you don't have it unlocked, you can see what those boosts are going to be once you have them unlocked.
I was gonna say, question with that. We
Stolen
see here,
bases
to your
with Carlos
point, we have yet
Santana.
to
Yeah,
unlock
right.
these gold parallel mods because we haven't reached the 3,000 PXP requirement. However, we have reached those mission requirements. So my question to you is, it seems like the missions are always tracking from day one that you get that card.
That's correct, yeah. So right now you're even earning progress on diamond level mods, even though
Low
you don't
key
have
BR
gold,
would be goated for
unlocked.
something
so
like
it'll
this.
just be tracking for all of them right up front. And another thing, you don't have to
Just getting a
have
wide base.
any of the mods equipped to earn a higher tier of them. It'll still just be tracking. It's all about just playing with the card, and you'll be unlocking.
Team building
mods
is gonna
as
be in
long
depth
as
this
you
year.
Get
Agreed.
those parallel levels
Agreed.
and complete the stat missions.
Like I
that
said,
go
I'm going to be
along with it.
min-maxing
so
way
that's
too
important.
much.
Even if you're not committed to
It's
a
going to be
mod, you're
annoying.
still
I'm going to
getting
annoy myself and probably
missions
annoy
and
you.
Parallel XP to unlock these things. Kev, I'm seeing people say it should be 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 8 hits. But if we go up to the diamond tier, you're going to see that those missions are going to expand as we work our way to P5 and get
Good.
even more boosts. Right, Rory?
Yeah, that's correct. And even once you get the, diamond level mods, you still would like to be seeing like, oh, hey, I'm up to 60. I'm now at, 100 home runs even if you've been using the card so
Right.
much. So it'll just be tracking your progress, letting you know how many hits, home runs, really just all of that.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. So I'm seeing that we have the silver tier unlocked. We've yet to reach the gold tier, but Kev, I know we have a couple cards to show that have reached that gold tier if we want to swipe on over to them.
Oh wait,
League!
Jolt Series
Jolt Series?
back? Jim Tony?
Let's go. Jim Tomey, Jolt Series is coming back, a whole fresh look. This is a inside look at some of your Team Affinity Cleveland Guardians
Damn.
players. You know we're always trying to sneak in some live content.
So, yeah, we'll work our way down to
Damn.
this. You see, he's parallel level 3, and
Yeah,
as
and
we
one
slide
thing,
over, go ahead, Rory.
One thing to call out here, I'm not sure if Twitch chats noticed it or not, but right here, you'll see if you are the first person to any of these parallel levels, your username will show. It'll be surface for everyone to see.
Pretty card art. It's
also
pretty
the
close.
date
It's pretty
in
close
which you
to
got
what
it
the
done.
Jolt series was last
So
year,
just
honestly.
a cool little,
I
shout
did
out
notice
to the
that's an
first
88 though, and
person
Jolt
at all
series
these
was Team
parallel
Affinity
levels, not
rewards
just
last
parallel
year.
do it at
five
each
even.
level, right?
Yeah,
So
each level,
maybe the
even on,
Bazana
like,
is
base
just
parallel
one
to,
of the
like,
cards
just the
that are
first
later
person
in the
to unlock
program
the
rather than a
card,
collection.
You'll get the
If Team
recognition
Affinity cards are
right
88s,
here.
then that
That's
Bazana
really
being
nice.
an
I
88
know
isn't that far-fetched.
myself included, a lot of my friends, they
Done.
might get the P1, the P2, the P3 101, but somebody beats them to that P4, the P5. So it's nice that each of those people who reach those 101 milestones are getting a little bit of recognition in the player card.
Yeah, and I guess another thing wanted to just call out here. Not sure if we did touch it on it already, but we do have new values just for parallel levels this year, and we're back up to 10,000 being.
One of the free
parallel
Beltron will
fives.
stack
Now,
up.
I don't want to
great
scare
for people that
anyone
don't
of, like,
have
oh no, they've
any
increased
packs
it
or
again.
money for packs or anything like that.
Because you will still get to
How many
parallel
people
five
realistically used the
faster
maze
than
last
you
year?
have in
You know what I
years
mean?
past, just with the boost to the stat mission stat criteria, that is, and then also with those multiplier bonuses. If you're playing on All-Star, you will get to.
Did they
P5
start talking
faster
about
than
MLB The
in
Show
years
26?
past.
No.
Okay, so yeah, this is all balanced.
That's
This is
not
all
what's
taken
happening
into
right now at
account.
all.
Although it is 10,000 PXP to get to P5, we have it confirmed from a senior designer. You'll be cruising faster.
But that's not all. We just see here some of the gold mods are unlocked for Mr. Jim Tomey with Kevman. So you're able to then see it did a
No,
nice little
Southland.
animation as each of them were unlocked as you build your way up to those diamond levels.
Yeah, and just as we're scrolling through the mods, you can just be looking at, okay, this is boosting up my contact versus right to here, my power here, all those different things. And I think just R1'd over to power, if you R1, L1, you're able to see, contact, power, fielding, speed. And on that bar, it's basically saying this is the primary boost that the mod is focused on. And then within each boost,
Oh,
or within
so it's
each
like you
mod,
got
it
primary
has a
and secondary boosts
focus.
within
So
each of these.
We have fielding
based
power,
on if you
fielding
scroll over and
contact.
okay.
So it's like you'll primarily get fielding as the base, but then you can also be having a secondary boost on contact.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the options are really endless. I think we mentioned it in the pre-record, but how many different mods are there?
I think I said 57.
I think you're right.
From what I remember, yeah.
per player, right? So
That's 10 off from a
everyone's
Som fan
attributes are
ban.
different. There's so many different types of players in real life and in the game, and being able to have 57 options on how you want to tinker is pretty sweet.
Right. Yeah, there's a great question that just came up in the
Are we
Twitch
getting
chat of,
secondary
can I
positions
choose
back?
both
Brother, what?
power and contact?
When did
and
they
the way they
leave?
work trying to make it is you can only choose one mod at a time per person, but there's a primary and a secondary relationship here.
Right, yeah. Only one mod can be equipped at a time, and that even goes for two-way players. So if they also hit and pitch, you have to choose between the two.
Good.
But yeah, only one mod can be equipped at a time. But
Oh yeah, right
in
there. Only one
between
mod can be
games,
equipped to a
you
card.
can change mods.
So you gotta-
You're
you
not
gotta
locked into any
choose.
decision.
You
One
gotta
day you want to use
choose.
power, and the next you want to use contact. That's totally fine. You can swap them just as
Wow.
long as you have them unlocked.
Right, now Rory, I have to ask because I don't know if you experience this. People like to cheese me sometimes in online play. So are people able to change their mods mid-game, or they can only change them once they're out of a game?
Only out of the game, yeah.
All
You
right.
can't change them in game. That would be kind of crazy.
Right?
The things you could
Be
do. But no.
diabolical.
Yeah.
Put the speed on first.
Yeah, once you get the guy on, put a speed, yeah. You cannot change in the middle of a game, only outside of games.
Good.
There we go. Colin, got some questions?
Seeing some people ask, where can I see the attribute change when the mod's applied? So in the bottom corner, correct?
Yeah, in the bottom corner, if you just select that mod right there, you'll see it actually goes all bright green on the attribute. It won't be blinking
you're
at
locked
you.
in.
That's like, hey, you're locked in. This is your, locked in attributes. And then if you go to another mod without equipping it,
Usually like 5 or 10
you'll
of the
then
57 that
go
are like
over
top
and
tier.
you can
I mean,
see it
every
starts
system's
blinking
going to be
again.
like
It
that,
gets to
brother.
show you all that is updated.
Let's
When
be
a
honest. Exit
number
velos
is
are
not
king in this game.
blinking
Everybody's going to be
or
doing like
bright
power
green,
with a
it is
secondary
not
to something
receiving the
else. Probably
boost.
It's
contact.
just unaffected.
Right, just unaffected.
And then remember, like any of our original PXP fans that want just that 1, 2, 3, up to 5 boost, if you don't select a mod, you're still going to get that type of boost. You
That's
can
correct.
choose to opt into the mod or keep it the way it's been for the last couple
Contact
Yeah,
effects
you don't
vision,
have
no.
to use a mod if you don't want to.
They're in
Like,
the
if
similar,
it somehow works out
bubble.
for your play style and the type of card, just taking the flat boost, by all means, you can go for that.
Yeah, I'm curious. You've obviously, been playing this a lot as we get ready for early access in a week. How do you like to use your mods?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked me that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So the way that I like to go after it is applying a mod that goes after the weakness of a player. I'm not one to double down on strengths. I'm going after the weakness. So one of the things I've
Wow.
liked the most is having a contact-oriented player.
Blue
So,
Brock with
let's say
diamond
they have
power
80
is
contacts both sides,
insane.
but only 50 powers.
Think
I'm
about
going with
that.
the power mod on
And
them.
you
Blue
boost it.
Brock's already
and
glitchy
then
as
vice
fuck.
versa. If they're already a power hitter, I'm going to go with contact mod. If they're already just great across the board, I'm going speed.
Double power.
Ooh, there
Yeah.
you go.
On Lou Brock.
I'll tell you what, as I've been play
Go.
testing this, one of my favorite
Pepe
things to
Alazar.
do is to boost the categories of maybe some legends
Brian
or
Roberts
flashbacks
glitchy swing
that
too,
isn't
yeah.
necessarily their strong suit. So like, no disrespect.
Brian
but
Roberts
speed
double
for
power.
Big Poppy, for instance, it's fun to have a somewhat fast Big Poppy on the base paths.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it gets you anywhere crazy if
Right.
like you've got say 70 speed, but you could get like plus 20s kind of speed with the diamond level speed mod on him, and you might be able to turn a
Plus
single into a
20?
double. If you're getting real crazy, you can steal some bases. It allows for some fun stuff, especially if they're not holding you on first base. I don't want to throw Lane out there, but we've been doing a lot of play testing, and I'm just running wild on him when I'm like, I don't think he's paying attention. I don't think he knows I'm going to steal. Maybe
Plus
he does, but I'm
20?
just going for it anyways. And I've been successful most of the time.
There you go. Yeah,
There you
I'm
go.
excited to see what our community ends up doing, right? Like,
Oh
they're going to
my
be playing around with this
God.
mod stuff in a week and
What's chat
see
saying?
what they think's the best. I'm going to be tinkering like crazy, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, another quick question I've been seeing in the Twitch
First chat,
If
Bartolo
we're
Colon
getting
plus 20
mods
speed
on,
it
say,
is.
a sellable card, and I choose to sell that card, but I later reacquire that card, will all my PXP status stay the same, the mods I have unlocked, or does that start from zero?
You will still keep all of that progress. Similarly, if you don't own a card but play in Battle Royale where you draft cards that you might not own and you're unlocking, different parallel levels, unlocking mods, you will be able to equip
You're
them
a
on your
parallel level.
cards,
My bad.
be able to have them. And
my
then
bad.
if you end up owning the card, it'll still have those mods and everything unlocked.
Very cool. Well, before we dive into the pitcher side, we still have some other live content things to show.
I think we do. So why not show another World Baseball Classic card in Mr. Munetaka Murakami? How to show some White
Nobody
Sox
got
love. We all know
me!
Murakami raked in the 23 World Baseball Classic. I am beyond pumped to figure out what he's going to do for the 26 World Baseball Classic. But a fan favorite, Munetaka Murakami, is returning to MLB The Show
man.
26.
He's crazy back. I'm excited. I loved his card in 23.
Right?
A
And stay
90.
tuned. I know you're seeing, an influx of different overalls from different cards that
Gold
we've
Beaver.
been showing you. All will be revealed on where these cards are living throughout Diamond Dynasty within live content next week.
Yeah, we just got to give you, a couple tasteful, live
Day
content.
190.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it doesn't mean it's actually available day one.
But they're all across
Somebody
the game.
said,
But let's move on
Murakami might
to
be in the XP
picture
path
mods,
yesterday.
Rory, and
Maybe
talk
he's,
us
like, late
through
in the
what some
XP
of
path.
those are going to look like.
Yeah, so with pitcher mods, there's not as many as hitters.
We had
I
collections
think
that were
it's
90s
36
last year,
for
Doug.
hitters,
Like base
21
collections.
for pitchers. But there's 3 categories, similar kind of style where you have primary focus and secondary focus on those gold and diamond tier mods. But the categories
No
are
sinker
hit
into
per
the
9,
trash.
K per 9,
Buddy doesn't
and
understand how to use a
control.
cutter.
And for those who have not seen, walk per 9, it is just known as control now.
And why is that?
Well, that is going to be the main driver for the.
I said
par
Murakami was in the
region
XP
when
path.
pitching.
Right.
Okay.
So how did you
I'm glad you kind
find
of
that out?
mentioned it. We teased it when we talked the gameplay feature premiere. A lot of fans now know whatever mode they're playing.
This is the
they're
first
only
I'm hearing
gonna be
about these
shown the
parallel mods.
attributes
How
that
come they
are-
haven't talked
that
about it all
matter
stream?
within that
Okay.
mode, as well as the walks per
Okay.
9 to control a differential. Can you talk us through, just briefly, how that now impacts the calculation of overalls, for instance?
Yeah, so we took a pretty good look and did a big update to overalls in Diamond Dynasty.
From the ratings reveal
specifically,
yesterday.
Where
Oh, there you go.
pretty much
Murakami and the
we're
XP path.
trying to get the overall to reflect how us and how the community
Guys,
views the way a card
If this
plays
is
in
dragging for
gameplay.
you, don't
one
watch.
of the big changes
Watch my breakdown
is
video later.
handedness splits are pretty on par
Otherwise,
with each other right now. So
watch it.
verse right, verse left is weighted pretty similarly because when you're playing in Diamond Dynasty, there's no saying of
What is
you'll
complaining
face
doing?
a right-handed pitcher this often, left-handed pitcher this often. You could face a left.
not like they can hear you.
and that matters. When
This
making
is
a
planned.
decision
This
on,
is what they're
you know,
doing.
Am I going to have this player in my
We got to
lineup
pick our
who
battles here, man.
isn't so great against lefties, with the chance I might always face a lefty. So we did a big overhaul on overalls. Overhaul on overalls.
Notice that.
Yeah.
The overall overhaul.
And what you'll basically be seeing this year, in the past, I guess we've had cards that we've made where the community has said, oh, he plays above his overall, or his attributes are above his overall. You'll likely be seeing a lot more balance across the board where, you know, a player at 89 overall is going to be much more on par with all other players at that same overall, no matter the archetype of them, whether they're a great hitter, they're going to have weaknesses of, you know, fielding, speed. A great fielder, you know, they're going to be great there, great speed, might not have the hitting, but there's that choice that you have to make, and it should create for a lot better game balance.
Interesting. So yeah, you heard it here first.
Like
There should
hearing
be some
game balance.
Changes to game balance. We're super excited to share that with you guys in 1 week as we work our way to early access.
1 week from today, but here are the pitching mods. Should we try to equip some mods and maybe check out another screen on how that might be organized now?
No more Waller in
we
center.
should.
He might
So
have that as a secondary.
right now
He's already
we've
played
got
in spring
hit per
training.
9 and hit per 9, the primary hit per 9 focus. If you go over to his like hit per 9 attributes. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you'll see right now you're not getting any K per 9, you're not getting any control boost, but you are getting a bigger hit per 9 bonus. So, and also with, you know, stamina and pitching clutch. And if you just go over to the right, you'll get hit per 9, K per 9. So you'll get a little less for hit per 9.
so
you'll
all of
get
them
more
give you
K per
stamina
9,
and
but
pitching
it really
clutch.
just allows you to fit whatever attribute boosts that you want. And there's trade-offs. You either have to go for, I'm going to get more boost to hit per 9, and I'm not going to get any K per 9, not going to get any control. Or you could go, hey, my pitcher has 58 control. I need to boost that up big time. And then you're going to be giving up the boost to hit per 9, maybe K per 9.
Most people
Yeah,
are just
I
going
think
to do
there'll
hit
be
per
a lot
9.
of tinkering early on to figure out what makes sense for each player, and then, you know, whatever player card they're using too, because you can just unequip and switch these things out between games.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things that I think the takeaway is giving more usability to cards that people may not have thought highly of in the past, where it's like, oh, I only like guys with power, so any card that's more contact focused,
Why'd you do anything
it
but?
turns them away. You can
There are
now
certain
put a mod
instances
on
where I
to
can already
boost the
think of where
power,
you
or
would,
for
but
pitchers like, oh,
just talking the majority
he
of the
has great
time.
K per 9, he has great hit per 9, but you know, control isn't great.
Can't throw a strike.
You can, yeah, I can't throw a strike. He's never getting it in the zone. Then, hey, I'm going to put the control mod on. And
No,
it
Doug.
just creates a lot of decisions there. You get to choose.
They
do you
never did
buff
with parallels.
Weaknesses or buff strengths.
Like the old parallels.
There we go. And this is a great illustration to show you have a primary focus, you have a secondary focus, you can double down on that primary, or you can have a couple attributes being impacted at the same time. But if we want to go full camera here, we saw it in the pre-record. Y'all got very
If you
excited.
don't put a
Something
mod
we've been
on,
asking
you
for
get the
ever
old
since
parallel
parallels were first
boosts.
introduced, and that's a new screen of organizing your parallels by category. So we're gonna pull it up soon here. One moment. There we go. Back to the game. So you can see we have a brand new UI. Shout out the UI UX team. Under the progress tab, under player upgrades.
Oh, wait,
you're
I
gonna
love
see
this.
5 of your most recent parallel cards as we start scrolling over. But then Rory, when we click into view all cards, can you kind of walk us through what we're looking at?
Yeah, so when you go into this screen, it'll pull up your current squad, and it'll show players who have accrued PXP, some progress on them. If you haven't accrued any PXP on cards, they're not going to show up here just because there's not much to manage really there. But if you go and R2, you can then look at, oh, here are all my cards at base parallel and how close I am to that next, or to parallel level 1. And then R2
It's
again,
not as
you'll be
hard
able
to
just
find out
filter, like, hey,
parallels.
here
You
are
don't
all
have to
my
go to
cards at
each
level 1.
player card. Oh my
And
god.
Level 2, level 3, so on.
Oh my
and
god.
What you can do here is manage all of that mod equipping, unequipping.
The guards do have 2
changing
jolt.
around
Ooh.
through this screen. As you can see on the right side, when you have a mod.
Yeah,
equipped,
Kluber's
it
gonna
will
get a
show
lot of
off, like,
run.
hey, it's your primary boost contact with fielding here, and it's the gold tier.
Yeah, this is something fans have asked for a long time. They also were able to see another Jolt Series player. Our Guardians fans stand up. Corey Kluber's back in as a Jolt player.
He is a very good card.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Noted.
Fan favorite. Yeah. Fan favorite card. And yeah, if you want to just click X, see details, you'll just be taken straight to this area where you get to see parallel details, and you can do all your mod equipment.
So you don't even have to scroll down to the parallels when you do it through this.
In this area. So just giving you a home in Diamond
UI
Dynasty to
and
manage
quality of
all
life
this stuff.
wise,
Super clean. Makes it
they're
really
actually
easy.
cooking,
And then I
but
wanted,
that's
if I
not what
can,
most
jump
people want to
back
see.
a little to the 2 Jolt cards within Team Affinity, seeing some shatter, 2 player cards in Launch Team Affinity, but there's going to be 4 total cards in every single Team Affinity program. You're going to have 120 total cards. 2 of those cards will be dedicated to the Jolt series. 2 of them, maybe you noticed that gold Carlos Santana will also be included in those Team Affinity programs, which we will talk more about next week, but want to let you all know in a little bit of insight today.
Am
Team
I
Affinity
able
is going to be
leak something?
big
Absolutely.
again.
There's one hitter and one pitcher Jolt card in each TA, and they both have captain abilities. So you will have a
We're
hitting
breaking news
captain.
today.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hitting captain and pitching captain for your team will be available in Team Affinity Day 1.
Team Affinity Day 1. all
There are
30
going to be a
teams
lot
will
of
have
Shout out
viable
two
teams
Jolt
out there.
Series
That's for
players.
sure.
And then, of course, like you mentioned, 2 more that'll be in like that gold rarity tier.
Exactly. So that we
Okay, I'm
shouldn't
tripping.
stop there with some live content
No.
reveals. We have another World Baseball Classic card to show you. Let's pop up Kazuma Okamoto, new Blue Jay member, Team Japan WBC player. You can expect to see his card come early access 1 week from today.
Yeah, we're making it rain, WBC. We're so excited for the World Baseball Classic. Kicked off last night.
I love that Team Japan
It's
jersey
gonna
too.
run through the next couple of weeks. I'm excited.
Carson, what do I have to say about him? His swing?
I have insider information that he's very good.
He is
Wesley, it comes
very
out next
good.
week, man.
We've been doing lots of play testing. His card is, it's very,
Very
good.
good.
Yeah. There have been, someone said it, I think Lane said, shades of Trey Turner type swing.
Ooh, Trey Bay,
So
you know
if
how
you
I feel
like
about
Trey
him.
Turner
If
swing.
you like that, I think that'll get a lot of people excited.
What's good,
In the chat.
Gramps?
There we go. And we have one more WBC reveal. I'll be honest, this is a purely selfish reveal, but Team Italy's Kyle Teal. Gotta show some love here.
He's thrown
Yeah,
at my,
show
or
him
no,
off. Look at
large
that.
medius, PDS,
Your
dynasty,
guy,
fantasy team
Kyle.
legend
My
right
guy,
here.
Kyle Teal. But we want to go back to the main cam.
So
Y'all
of the
heard
130
a
cards,
lot
what
about the new
100
parallel
are
XP
already in
system.
the
We
game
wanted to make
because they
sure we
are
took
on
the
MLB
time.
rosters?
There's a lot new to focus on. We want
What?
to hopefully explain everything the best we can so that you are fully ready to tackle your mods 1 week from today. But before we let you go, anything else you'd like to tell the people, Rory?
Yeah, there's a few things. One thing forgot to mention, mod buffs, there will be buffs or nerfs potentially, just depending on how it plays out.
New feature.
If we see as the year goes on, some mods seem a little OP, a little meta, we could see a nerf to them. Could see buffs if some seem to just not be as prevalent as good. So
They're
just
actually
wanted to
going to
put
be
that disclaimer out there.
monitoring.
I also wanted
metas.
to just give shout outs to the PXP team.
Good.
Kyle Blake, first and foremost, just for first design of PXP. JP, Lucas, Otis, Ashley Lunam, Annie, Cordelia,
Ben.
Jax, Lance, Luis, Clayton, the whole live team for all their testing. It's been a great year, and just huge shout out to
No
all the
shout out to
people who
Garrett?
worked on
What the
PXP.
fuck?
I hope I got everybody because it was a big team, huge
You-
work.
no, you
but
missed
very
one.
Happy.
Starts with a
for
G.
Sure. I'm excited for our fans to get their hands on it. Thanks so much for sitting down with us. But before we go, we do have a short clip we want to play. We were able to sit down with gameplay director Chris Gill to talk more.
Who the fuck is
about
Justin?
some updates in gameplay before the game comes out next week.
I don't know.
All right, we are sitting here with gameplay director Chris Gill. It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Thanks
Wait.
for having me.
Welcome
Why
back,
is Gil
Chris.
on the-
I know
on
we
this
have
couch?
Two gameplay-related updates for our fans. Let's start with the first one with pitching from the windup versus the stretch and online gameplay.
Yeah, so if you remember in the first stream, we talked about pitching out of the stretch only in online gameplay competitive style, right? So we removed that and we're going back to pitching out of the stretch and the windup, just like we have in all the years past.
So we're looking to change to something our fans are already familiar with, but now we have a second update regarding PCI shrinkage.
Yeah, so we decided that we're going to remove the shrinkage on pitches down and away for online competitive gameplay, and that's for all difficulties. We're going to try it out for a while and just see how it works. We're just going to continue to monitor the results and watch you guys play and listen to feedback and see what happens.
That's great. Yeah, thanks again for joining us. Appreciate, sharing these two big updates for our fans. And,
The game is saved.
You got it.
Once again, a huge thank you to Chris Gill, our gameplay director,
not
for sitting
even
down with us.
overreacting.
Two
The game is
major
saved.
updates ahead of early access. Just a quick reminder to kind of summarize that video.
I'm not
that
even
toggle
overreacting.
for either pitching out of the stretch or the windup is available offline. We're going back to what it used to be in head-to-head.
Yeah, good call out there, Ashley. And yeah, I think thank you, Rory and Kevman, for sitting with us. It's been a
Oh
great
my
feature
God,
premiere.
they
Excited for next
saved
week.
it.
Yeah, thank you, MLB The Show fans, for sticking with us and watching through. This is our 5th feature premiere of the
Like
season.
actually
Yeah,
saved.
pre-orders are open right now. Don't forget there's that
Oh my
10%
God.
loyalty discount if you've gotten the digital deluxe edition going back to 21. That will expire before early access starts. So if you want the 10% off, make sure you get it before early access starts.
Right, and World Baseball Classic kicked off last night. It's
I
in
no
full
longer have to
steam
use a
ahead
full switch
going,
hitter
so
team
make sure
anymore.
You're with us next Thursday,
Yes!
9 p.m. Pacific time, if not next Friday, midnight Eastern time, as we'll be watching the World Baseball Classic alongside all of you.
Don't forget, full launch will be March 17th. We can't wait. So much good work has gone into this.
I
We're
can't,
excited for you guys to
dude.
play.
Oh my God,
I just have to give
they actually
another
went
shout
back.
out to Abby. Thank you for everything that you've just been there for and helping me through the PXP
I
stuff.
can't
too.
believe they went
Shout out
back
to
on
Abby.
it.
Shout out, Abby. Remember, standard launch is Tuesday, March 17th, and then
Chat's
make sure you're
actually
following us
spamming
on the Scanner
Ws.
Report and socials as well.
Yes, the live content reveals will begin next Monday morning.
One sec, Dime.
So make sure you check out our socials. That's where you're going to
Next
see
Monday,
it.
they're
Make
dropping
sure you
live
sign up.
content every
And then,
day.
Of course, one last thing.
Always
One last thing.
The Easter eggs never stop. I know you guys saw an interesting tidbit in our fielding feedback
Yeah,
yesterday.
you lead.
So we have one more thing to end with. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
Oh! Wait, they actually have cooked. They've actually cooked. Wait, what did they do? Let me just Dime. You
Making it rain
only need to see
WBC.
one thing. Look who's on the couch. Look who's on the couch, Dime. You know who that is? That is a man by the name of Chris Gill, the gameplay director. The PCI shrink guy. They have gone back on the stretch only in online play. Pitchers will use windups again, and the PCI shrinkage is gone. They're trying it with no PCI shrink. And I'm really, really, really hoping that we're not going to regret talking about that. I will say that. Because hitting might be a little OD. Two things that shouldn't have been in the game to begin with. Yes, but I will say his point is, I think, warranted. But also, I don't think they went about it the right way. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because the reason he did it was because sliders going low and away shouldn't just be instantly smacked every time, which is, granted, a pitch that I usually smack without that. You know what I mean? But the shrinking the PCI is not the way to go about it. He definitely got ripped apart online for the just adjust comment and is trying to save face. This isn't the first time he got ripped apart for something like that, though. It's happened a few times over the years. You've definitely seen the amount of pre-orders and freaked out, so they changed stuff. That's just, there's no way you can have any base to say that. You don't know the numbers. When they first dropped pre-orders, it was already a top 5 bought game on the PlayStation Store for the year. We just can't assume that. I'm all for saying things like that when it's actually warranted, but when it's not warranted because we don't actually have that info, I will say that. You know what I mean? That it definitely was the worst premiere they've done in the last few weeks. Really? Interesting take. I don't know. Oh man. There's not a lot to talk about, but then at the end they made a lot to talk about in like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, do I get out of full screen? There we go. I also need to say, because everyone is excited about Tulo, when Tulo was in the game last time, not many people used him because of his swing. Hate to burst everyone's bubble, but I will put that out there. The ending was good. The ending was fucking fantastic. Would rather have Nomar. I mean, we don't even know if his swing would be good. I'm never going to complain about them adding legends. I don't like the mindset of, ooh, why this guy and not this guy? In reality, it should be like 2K and they have rights to every legend except a few. But the reason that those few are focused on so much is because they are just a few. Rather than, oh, we only have a few. I did hear a lot of people say that, but I personally didn't think his swing was all that bad. Well, to be fair, I played MLB The Show 22 yesterday, and the game felt way different hitting-wise compared to the more recent games. So maybe that's going to change. I think actual perfect umpires could help with the worry about hitting becoming too OP with no shrinkage. Yes and no, because if it's anywhere close, that PCI does go a little bit outside the zone, so it doesn't really matter if it's a ball or a strike. You know what I'm saying? I agree what it needs to be is any touching, just like ABS needs to be a strike. If they make that adjustment, that's a good thing, but I don't know if that's going to be addressed or not. And I mean any touching. The ball's got to be completely outside the zone for it not to be a strike, like ABS. Because at that point, then you can get away with the no shrinkage, I think. But I think if they are going to do that, then they would have to extend the PCI region even more. I don't know how much it goes outside the zone as it is. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it kind of depends on that. Need to challenge on the field though. Well, that would be more for offline. Today is kind of just strictly talking online. I guess there's offline Diamond Dynasty. Never mind. I'm tripping. But for this instance, this thing we're talking about is strictly online. Was the shrinkage happening offline too? Does anybody know for a fact? I feel like they're going to keep umps personalized, make us use ABS. That's only offline. ABS won't be online. Mini seasons cooked yesterday. Agreed. Never paid attention to it offline. Yes, but it's a lot rarer. Okay. I think so, but not many people play Legend on offline. Oh, wait. The shrinkage only happened on Hall of Fame and Legend. It didn't happen on All-Star and below. That's right. Or did it happen on All-Star? It was just less? It was mostly for Hall of Fame Legend. Yeah, Kyle. I mean, their whole thing is they want online games to not be as long, and adding that would make it longer. That's why they made all pitchers go out of the stretch originally, and then now they're backing down on that. Still happens on lower difficulties, but it's much more manageable. Okay. Dude, those gameplay changes just got everyone's attention. Yup. Shrinkage for what? The PCI on same-handed, same-side sliders to the outside corner. There might have been a better way to word that, but I think you know what I mean. But the red background of the player cards is a little too much.
Whoa.
I think it's because we were looking at Pujols, who is a Cardinal, and then all Guardians. You know what I'm saying? Like, I maybe you're just talking about the Jolt art in general being the main team color, but yeah, it was red because of Guardians. Ray with the raid. Ray, appreciate it, man. Dude, I did not expect Gil to get on stream and say that. I really didn't. That for offline gameplay, yes, Brian. I think I've seen that too. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Did not expect that. But I mean, hey, what I will say, a lot of us online have not been a fan of Gil because of that reason. And his get good comments and stuff like that. That dude seemed pissed to come out and say that. Whether he was happy or mad or whatever about it, the fact that he did it, you got to give him props as a man. I'll say that. He definitely didn't seem happy about it, though. What's up, Thomas? But hey, you know what? If you're gonna publicly go back on it and give it a shot because everyone wanted it, props to you. He ate it on the chin. He did eat it on the chin. But it's facts. He looked like he was in timeout. He sure did. He sure did. And to be fair, if we came up with an idea to do something and backed it for years vehemently and then had to get rid of it, we would be pissed too. But man, some of the things he said definitely were not the right way to do it when it comes to talking on the internet. That's for sure. Gotta tell you, the DPCZ has sent me down a rabbit hole of trying all the flavors. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Yeah, he definitely wasn't happy, but, you know, fuck it. I will say, and I said it earlier, though, I think his points about sliders low and away being too easy to hit is fair before they created the shrinkage thing. I just don't know how they can counter that because the shrinkage wasn't the right way to do it. But hitting is going to be crazy to start the year, that's for sure. I think knowing that the slider shrinkage isn't a thing anymore, hitting is going to be even more crazy to start the year. But I don't know how you counter that. You know what I mean? Maybe give the break in that spot more of an effect. Actually, I don't hate that. What if you execute a slider perfectly, it breaks more in that area? Because in theory, you're getting it out in front with it. That's where more break happens, rather than if you're hanging it or something, you're usually getting around on it and it doesn't break as sharply. I don't hate that. I wonder if anyone at SDS has thought of that. Then again, if you're trying to dot as a pitcher, how do you make up for that? How can you, like, if you get a perfect release, how can you make sure you dot if it's going to break even more if it goes to that spot? Something to think about for sure. Tula, for whatever reason, I never used his cards in the past. I don't remember why. Someone I like better. What does he excel at? This 5-tool player. He wasn't absurdly fast, but he was a very, very good hitter throughout his career. Big power for a shortstop. And a great fielder. Just wasn't super fast. Think like a better hitting Cal Ripken. Crazy to say for a Hall of Famer, I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like Tulo in his prime. Yeah, think of Arenado, but a shortstop and a little faster than Arenado. Like Cal Ripken 99 speed. So like what, 60 to 70 speed? But Arenado hitting. I like that. That's like a good comp for Tulo. Yeah, get bent. That's what someone was saying earlier. But as a card in DD, does he have a good swing? I mean, years ago, he didn't have a great swing, but also it's been years. Who knows? It's not like we've had our hands on him, Iron. There's no way to know that. Yeah, Tulo had an insane glove. Slower, taller Trey, maybe more power. I kind of like the Arenado comp a little bit more. But with like 99 cal speed. We can't say slower, taller Trey because it's immensely slower than Trey Turner. Kind of a boring ad. You know what? To each their own on your opinion. I'm not going to agree with you. And there's nothing you can say that's going to make me agree, but to each their own. We can agree to disagree. Sammy, we're about to yap on it for a video, so we'll go over it. They gave Trey crazy fielding last year because last year he was a crazy fielder in real life. I don't need a slow Mark McGuire at shorts. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go piss and then we're going to do this yap. Give me a sec, chat. Is early access after stream next week? Early access says at midnight Eastern next week on after the stream. So Friday at midnight Eastern. Thursday night for the other time zones. Y'all kind of need ETN, I feel like. 60 TA cards at launch is an insane, but a W. Yeah, I suppose. It's going to make a lot of different team builds for sure. Okay. How do I want to do this? In reality, how long is this yap going to be? Because it's all talking about the PXP shit. And then they leak cards. So I guess we could talk about the cards. $120 including all the golds. Well, $90 including the golds. Well, the mods are included in the PXP stuff. Yeah, Dugout Drip. Apparently all of us that have red beards are the same person. Because somehow I am Luke Combs, Tim the Tap Man, Daddy Dimmu, Hutch, Justin Turner, Brandon Woodruff, all at the same time. Oh, Luke Combs. Luke Combs, the new one? It is not. You got Luke Combs? Used to. Not anymore. I've lost a lot of weight, so I don't really get it anymore. But when I would shotgun beers and I was fat, yeah. Yeah, I get Bill Burr now that I'm bald. You were fat? Man, I'm really just not having it today. What's up, Potato? How we doing, bro? I stick with Mox. I get Mox now that I'm bald. I think it's like, Chad, I'm a be real for a sec. I am a little worried about launch season because how many randoms come in with just negative mentalities all the time? Because when you see enough negativity in terms of mentality, it kind of seeps into you. And then I start just not feeling good, you know? And I just got a little bit of a taste of it today. And now I'm like, oh, God. You know what I'm saying? To your stream F them. Yo, I know. But, I mean, even if you, like, ban them or time them out, you still see it. You know what I'm saying? Then you remember you have a sick-ass Jack Cag card and life is good again. I need it in my possession. I need it in my possession. ASAP. 100%, Eric. It's contagious. It is. It is. I don't know. Your order from me is going to be there tomorrow with a little subathon. You put another, sir? You already gave me a burden auto or a rookie. When are you leaving for the family reunion? Do I need to like get a case of beer for this launch? Am I gonna have to get back to drinking? The hair. Oh my god. Case of beer and probably some drugs. I don't even like drink much anymore, man, but fuck. No, I can't even get it because like I even had one beer the other night on stream for the 8-year, and immediately I started overthinking everything and got off. I can't do it. No. No. I can't do it. I'm gonna be in a marathon stream. I can't be overthinking everything during a marathon. I refuse. Yeah, Miles Michaelis is literally like the perfect Colorado Rocky. What team is he with now? You got no choice, which is why I do not need the alcohol. I do not need the alcohol. All the more reason. But I will say Saturday. Oh, I guess I should tell you guys. Brother is in the clear. He's actually cleared to return to work next week, which is kind of crazy. But as a family, we are going to Buffalo Wild Wings on Saturday. So I will have some beer and wings, and it will be a good last dance before we really lock in next week. So that's a W. I will have some beer on Saturday. All right. We should probably work, huh? We should probably work for a living, huh? I'm off Thursday and Friday to clean, but also lunch. What do you mean clean? Like for any reason, or are you just doing like some spring cleaning type vibes? Ooh, wait, Eric's here. Eric, you want to see a couple of the big cards I have? I just got in. Time to yap so I can list cards after. Oh, you're gonna be locked in tonight. My big ones aren't here yet. I have some big ones coming in. But these two came in yesterday. We got Grant Taylor auto. Old green action out of 99. And then we have the Aqua Foil, I believe this is what it is. I don't even know I gotta figure out. I gotta be able to look at cards and name what they are. But out of 199, Carter Jensen, first Bowman. Fire. Dime, I didn't tell you this. Last night, I found a Chase Burns first Bowman auto. And I almost sniped it for like $80. Teal Wave, okay. Aquafoil Refractor. I think that's what it was listed as on eBay. Aquafoil. Almost sniped that shit. Like the auction was ending at like 6:30 a.m. or something. There's another, and I found another one I'm trying to snipe, but it's a DC sports card, so I don't think I'll be able to. There's an hour and a half left, and I'm still the highest bidder somehow. This would actually be a snipe. But I don't think I'll get it. It had like 27 bids on it when I found it last night. Oh, that's so tough, Eric. That would have been a banger nowadays. I picked up a couple PSA 10 Connors. Damn. You got it like that, huh? Okay. Can we get much higher? All right, lock in. I mean, how do you not just burst out in a song? Can we get much higher? Can we get much higher? Oh. Dime. Tyler made the thumbnail, and then he did another one with Tulo on it because he saw the Tulo. That's what I'm doing right now, is getting rid of stuff, Eric. Need to get my hands on some of that sweet merch you have. Ooh, W. As you should. As you should. All right. How do I... What's the first thing we go over? Or do I just kind of start and go? Just start and kind of talk. Because the thing is, we did a video yesterday, so I don't want to overdo too much of what we talked about yesterday. Yeah, same, Tommy, same. Used to break betting cards for a while, mostly football, but I flip baseball occasionally. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. It's fun. All right. All right. Let's do it. Let's do this thing, cuh. The very first talking of Diamond Dynasty for MLB The Show 26 has officially happened. The feature premiere. Yesterday we had the trailer. I'm not going to go over too much of what was already in the trailer. We'll just kind of, if they had new info, we'll go over it. So make sure you guys watch yesterday's video. A little yap on the DD trailer. But with the feature premiere today, it was mostly a breakdown of the stuff they showed yesterday. So for example, we get an actual look at the World Baseball Classic in mini season. So as you can see here, Pool C, and you see the Luchadors, not an actual team. So what it sounds like with mini season, we talked about how you can make it as long or short as you want with the different options and stuff. But what you do is you use your team to replace one of the teams in the mini season. So you could replace any of them you want. You could replace USA if you want. You could replace Czech Republic if you want. Literally any of them. And then you play through the World Baseball Classic format. So as you can see, this is Korea versus whatever team you are, Dylan C. So you get to bring all your cards in. It's not like you have to use the Team USA cards if you replace Team USA. So pretty cool. I like this. I like the idea of this. And they do have the rights and all of the players on these teams. So everybody that's on the Czech Republic WBC team, you can use. Australia, USA, Japan, I almost said North Korea. Oh my God. Absolutely not. Very different. South Korea, Korea in general. Oh my God. No way I just said North Korea. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not a cut. It's staying in. It's staying in. Oh my God. Oh, we got to regain after that one. That was insane. Oh my God. All right. Regain. But mini season. So yeah. I think there's also going to be classic mini seasons in the game. It's not only going to be WBC stuff, but I think the WBC stuff is good additions, and there will be Diamond Dynasty cards for a lot of the players that we may not even know about on these teams. You know what I'm saying? For example, this guy that just came to bat. See right here. So we got Ja Woo-Koo. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But if I move my camera down here, you'll see he is a silver 79 overall, which means these are actual like cards. So that's pretty cool. We should be able to get access to them at some point. Like to see that. Another example of a pitcher from Korea, Chan Swang-bae. Another card that we will be getting to use basically, or go against. And they do have all the stadiums, so this is another one in the World Baseball Classic. I don't know if this was... Is this the one in Puerto Rico? It might be. So he's an IRL player. Yes, he is an IRL player. Absolutely. Now, after that, they showed that off a little bit. That was pretty cool. They go into them talking about the parallel system again. And I have to say, if you don't want to use this mod system that they talked about, you still get the standard parallel. So if you don't have a mod attached to a card, you get the old parallel +1, +2, +3 to everything. But this mod system is actually kind of sick. And as somebody that is a min-maxer to the nth degree in every game I play, I'm going to probably be spending way too much time doing this. So within each of these, you get, I'm trying to find it actually in the feature premiere where they show it off. There are 57 mods in the game. And you have to put one on each player. Well, you don't have to, but if you're going to do a mod, you can only do one. So I think I need to start it up top here. Contact power, fielding speed. These are like the main things. And then within each of these is like a secondary boost. So like right here, when you get to gold, you can see here, this is contact right here. If you go over one, this is contact power. So you get a main boost to contact with a secondary to power, and then fielding, and then speed. But when you change it up here, these are like the main ones. So if I change this to power and then this one right here, this would be main power and then secondary contact. And then you can see how it affects your attributes here. And you can use the right stick to scroll over to the other stuff as well. I think this is kind of cool. And then in order to unlock these, it's not only PXP, but you'll have secondary missions as well for the gold and diamond tiers. So the example I thought of that would be completely OP is like a Lou Brock or a Brian Roberts with double power. So power main and power secondary. And when you get to diamond level, that's +20, they said, on some things. So just imagine Brian Roberts and his amazing swing that hits tanks with like 60 power every year. Imagine he gets 80 power. GG's. GG's, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't even include boosts from captains. Team building is going to be crazy this year. And that isn't even, that's an understatement for what they talked about later, because they did show some live content as well. It's not just like the basics of Diamond Dynasty. They actually showed some cards and they leaked some things intentionally. It wasn't unintentional. It was intentional, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm not going to go too far into this. On the pitching ones, though, it is hit per 9, K per 9, and control. And then you can imagine it's a similar thing to this with the main and then the secondaries. Okay, so basically all cards can be usable now. In theory, yeah. It seems like the balancing is something they really focused on this year, and making all cards actually usable, even though they say that every year. It seems like they actually did something to make that happen this year, especially if you use those cards. Say you like a certain player that isn't a meta player. You can do this, you can parallel them and actually make them closer to the meta. And they also addressed that they will be paying attention to balancing and metas, and they will balance these. So like if one of these mods are too powerful at some point in the year, they will adjust. They said that, which I love, because if this was just stick and play, like a lot of things are with the game, that they don't address saying, hey, we will balance this. Usually if there's a meta, it's staying. But they said directly, we will balance this, and that makes me happy. Like if you have a player where the center of the center PCI is the biggest, i.e. a line drive hitter, would become a power hitter where the top of the center PCI is the biggest. I don't know if it would affect the PCIs or anything like that, but I guess in theory, I don't know if the dots of the PCI is affected by straight power rating. I like this mod stuff. Add some thinking. Yes, team building is going to be very, very interesting this year. Here's a look at the pitching ones. See how hit per 9, K per 9 control. And then you have your silver, which is just the basic of that main attribute. And then when you get to gold, that's when you get the secondaries as well. Now, they also said, because we all know grinding parallel XP is awful, especially for hitters, they adjusted that quite a bit. So now hitters are going to go up essentially at the same rate as pitchers, which I think is super sick. Seeing if they leaked any cards there. They did not. They will treat it like they did the all-time boost last year, and they did a good job balancing those early in game. Well, W then. P5 racing about to be on crack. Yeah, and it's going to be even faster. Now, they also showed the Albert Pujols attributes officially. This is what they look like. 62 speed. I think we saw this yesterday, but these are the actual base contact and power numbers, and then you can adjust those with the mods. So yesterday what we saw was the mods. This is the actual attributes for 99 Albert Pujols. And confirm, my camera's covering it, but third base, left field, and right field secondary is first base primary for Pujols. Now, they started leaking live content. As you can see here, the first World Baseball Classic card is Travis Bazzana of Australia. I got to say, whoever took the picture of Bazzana in the uniform right here, sick picture. Like, the card art's cool, but I'm just talking about specifically the picture on the card. Sick picture. Bazzana is second base only, no secondaries. He is an 88, and they did not say how you will get him, but we will take that. That's insane, CIA. So CIA in the chat just said 2 plate appearances offline on All-Star with a double and a run scored will be 189 PXP this year. Crazy. We will go over the actual ratios with PXP right now, actually. That's what they showed next. So they upped how much you're going to get as a hitter, but also they upped the multipliers on difficulty. So like 1x on rookie, but you get a 1.3 multiplier on veteran. All-Stars up to 1.8. Hall of Fame up to 2.3. 3 for legend, 3.5 for GOAT. And if you play online, it's an extra 1.5x. This is sick because they upped the multipliers for difficulty. So they said they actually tested, and playing at Coors against the Rockies on rookie and play versus CPU is not the fastest way to do it anymore. So it actually encourages me when grinding to maybe play online a little bit more. And as somebody that likes to play online, that's good. And if you want to play offline, you still have the option. You just don't get the 1.5 multiplier, which I think was always there, to be fair. But these multipliers changing is a big difference maker. That, and now the hitters actually going as fast as the pitchers. I think PXP grinding is going to be a lot more manageable this year, which is dope, especially with the mods. So you actually get to use the mods more on cards. Now, another thing on that screen, the screen you'll see, Carlos Santana Contributor Series. Big thing. They showed the card later, but you can see here, catcher primary. So he's an 83 gold, and it seems like he will be a team affinity card. So you'll get a gold within team affinity for each team affinity to start. That is not it from the team affinities, but a gold Carlos Santana catcher that I saw has 90 power versus right with 50 contact, but 110 power or contact versus left as the switch hitter. Insane. Carlos Santana meta will be back behind the plate, at least to start. I saw a damn card. It was 1.5 for online, but 1.1, 1.2, 1.35, and 1.5 per difficulty. So the modifiers for the difficulties changed big time. All right. They showed us a lineup screen right here, which, by the way, lineup screen looks clean. You see the Carlos Santana catcher, and then you see Jolt Series is back. Jim Thome for the Guardians, 88 overall Jolt Series, and the Jolt Series will be captains again. So you get that with Team Affinity again. But the thing is, they show later. Wait, chat. Was the gold Shane Bieber also in Team Affinity? Do you actually get 2 golds and 2 diamonds? I think you might. So there was an 83 Shane Bieber in there as well. I think you get 2 golds, and then there is a second diamond you also get as a Jolt Series for a pitcher. So you get a hitter and a pitcher captain all at the same time. So you see Jim Tomei there, and then there's a Corey Kluber Jolt Series card. They said that? Okay, so yeah, I missed that. So you get 2 golds and 2 diamonds within each team affinity, and the diamonds are both Jolt captain cards. So you get a hitter captain and a pitcher captain for each team affinity. So theme teams are going to be crazy. Theme teams are going to be absolutely insane. You could run a Guardians theme team with both of these captains at the same time and be able to compete with like metagaming rosters. I think that is dope, especially if you get mods on each of them. Like you guys that just want to play with your specific favorite team. Like I got a buddy that's a huge Cubs fan. When he plays Diamond Dynasty, he only uses Cubs. Brother, this is like the perfect thing for you guys. The perfect thing for you guys. Now, when I was looking for that, I skipped over. We got a couple more WBCs. Munetaka Murakami. If nobody got me, I know Murakami got me. It said, apparently in the ratings reveal stream yesterday, they said he's in the XP reward path, which is why he's a 90. It's probably later in the XP reward path. But everybody will be able to get Murakami for free, it seems like. 90 overall. I'm so excited about him. His swing is beautiful. I love the Team Japan jersey. And they also showed another Team Japan player later. Let me see if I can find it here. Here it is. Kazuma Okamoto. Kaz Okamoto is also here. We get another Team Japan jersey. He's an 88 overall. I assume we'll be able to get him in a similar way that we'll get Bazana. Maybe a program, perhaps. Third base, first base, left field, secondaries. Love to see that. Hopefully they don't cock block Team Affinity this year. What do you mean by that? Just join. What do you mean when you keep saying mods for players? Check out this video that I am actually currently recording, and I talk about it a lot in there. We're not going to double down on that. Okay. They also talked about, did they leak any other cards that I missed? They basically talked all Guardians and Albert Pujols, and I think I showed all the Guardians cards. There's the Shane Bieber card, 83 overall contributor series. Yes. Also, after they showed Kaz, they showed Kyle Teal, 85 overall diamond. Assume he'll be even easier than the other guys, but since Ashley's a White Sox fan, they showed him. Team Italy, Kyle Teal. Secondary left field is super interesting. But Kyle Teal will also be a catcher option for you guys. And then the good stuff. The good stuff. And when I mean the good stuff, chat. This is game saving. The Twitch chat, which hates everything they say, spam W's for this. I don't know if you guys recognize who this is from the gameplay feature premiere that everybody hated. Chris Gill's back to talk some gameplay stuff. They officially announced pitching only out of the stretch online is gone. We are using windups again, which I know a lot of you guys were hating. You got a lot of you guys hated it, complained about the change. They changed that. They listened. And then the even bigger deal. Mr. Hey, you got to get good, that everybody was mad about on Twitter. They are going back on the PCI shrinkage on sliders. They're gonna monitor it. So if everybody complains about it, they'll put something like that back in. But they took it away to start. So no more PCI shrinkage on right away sliders. I think the community thinks it's a W. I understand why he wanted to make that change. I don't know if shrinking the PCI is the way to do it, but yeah, a low and away slider on the same side, pitcher and hitter, should be difficult to hit. So I get it, but I think them listening to the community here is a massive W. Showing that they actually listen to the community is a big W. And shout out them for making that change. I will say, because of this, though, man, hitting is going to be crazy to start the game this year. It's going to be tough to pitch. Real tough to pitch. Mr. Have a plan at the plate, get good. Yeah, that is him. Yes. He did say something like that. I don't know if that was exact words, but basically. But that was the big change. And then they also acknowledged the leak yesterday. So if y'all didn't see it, there was a little leak of a scoreboard from the trailer yesterday of a new legend. And that new legend is Troy Tulowitzki is in MLB The Show this year, which a lot of people have been asking for years. This guy, his best cards are going to be damn good. I just hope the swing is also good. But Troy Tulowitzki is officially in the game as a new legend. Now, they also said next week, starting Monday, they're going to be dropping live content, cards, and things like that every day through the week starting Monday. So lots of content coming out next week. We will be talking about it. I think I'm going to be dropping a video on all of my opinions overall in the game and if you guys should buy it and all that. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're going to be dropping lots of content on the game. Next week, the marathon stream starts. So the live content feature premiere, their last feature premiere, next Thursday at the same time, 4 p.m. Central. I will be going live for my marathon stream right around then. We will watch that. We will play the end of Marlins franchise, and then we will go into MLB The Show 26, and the stream does not end. We will be live until all the way through the actual launch of the game on that next Tuesday. So, guys, make sure you guys come through for that. It's going to be a great time. There will be giveaways as well, and I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be a great time for all of us. How long is the marathon stream? It is through the launch of the game, so Tuesday the 17th, and then it depends if I have a jury duty or not on the 18th, because I'm supposed to, but hopefully they say, nah, we don't need you. And maybe I'll go another day or something. But at least through the launch of the game will be the marathon stream. I think that's about it for this one, though. If you guys have any questions, as always, put them in the comments. I will be sure to answer those. Hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. I feel like that wasn't my best yap, but I think it'll do. What do y'all think? What's good, CY? I don't feel like that was my best yap, but I think it'll do. Game drops, you're on East, right? Midnight Friday. Next Friday. Oh, well, that makes me sad. That's even worse than I thought. It was a serviceable yap. Fuck. Off my game, I suppose. Gotta lock in even though I don't know when the drop is. Positive war yap. Damn. Like after their stream as a surprise? No. It dropped at midnight like it's supposed to. North Korea threw you off? I don't know if Dime was here for that. Dime. I don't know if Dime was here for that. I missed the app session. Yes, you did. I wasn't. I may have called Korea North Korea. Yeah. Blacker, the main thing you're going to be excited about is no more PCI shrinkage. Did it come out? No. All right. It's there, Dime. Who's Blanker? Yes, exactly, Blacker. Are the servers up, Dime? Did you check recently? If not, I can. I just got to change some chords around. Oh shit, okay, with the L desk? Upgrading, Blacker. Checked like 30 minutes ago and no. Oh, Marlins franchise then, huh? I gave the game a 6 for excited. Now it's an 8. Did I not say that we gotta be a little patient? I always do say that. Well, I suppose it is Marlins franchise day then. If what we were wanted to do is not going to be able to happen, so we'll get that going. Nice, Eric. Who make their own rules. I get 800 calories in my dinner tonight. Hell yeah, brother. I haven't been tracking anything I have been eating, and I haven't cooked like at all, and I'm still staying at the same weight. So hell yeah, I guess. I mean, they never said that. Might happen in years. Pretty sure they just hired a PC developer, but hey, man. Talk about dooming and glooming. Look who's doing some of that. But you know, I don't care. I'm not here to change anybody's opinions, man. W diet reset. Yeah, we can call it that. We can definitely, sure. We'll call it that. I'm down. All right, hey YouTube. I am gonna move you guys over to a new stream if you're on the main YouTube stream, so we can do Marlins franchise. Don't think you'll have to do anything, but if you do, there will be something that pops up at the top of the chat that says follow to the next stream. Click that. All right. Give me an second.